And what is going on, ladies and gentlemen of the holotables, and how are you all doing today? It is officially Wednesday, midweek, hump day. Get your mind out of the gutter. But what it most importantly means is it's time to get galactically challenged. Today we find ourselves on the land of the Night Sisters, Dathomir, and we're facing off against some lovely Sith. I haven't done this one yet, so we're going to learn this together in a live video recorded environment. It's basically live. Alright, who are we facing off against? We've got Papa Palpatine over here with the Sith Assassin, Scion Treya, and we have got Darth Telonius. I have a feeling we're going to be having dots in this, and Treya's going to be cleansing it, isn't she? And they're going to revive, and they're going to power up, and it's going to be painful. Very painful. It's okay. What do we need to do? We need to complete the battle. Obviously, we need to complete the battle with a full team of clone trooper units. Dark side... No, we can't do that. No dark side clone trooper units. Lucky shot 10. Complete the battle after scoring 30 critical hits. That is a piece of cake. Do not forget your CX2 victory with your marquee squads. And then we need to win with an episode pass. If you have that episode pass, extra juicy episode points to help you get the episode currency to buy those FDCs that everybody loves so much. What are the modifiers? Dark magic. We're on Dathomir. People are going to revive every 10 turns. Everybody will revive unless you defeat them by methods of which they cannot revive. I'm talking about Boba Fett's execute, Nihilus annihilate, Mando's disintegrate, and more besides. Player modifier is Dauntless Courage. Whenever a clone trooper gains a buff that can be dispelled, they also gain stacks of Dauntless Courage until the end of the battle, which cannot be copied or dispelled. Dauntless Courage gives 5% additional offense, crit chance, crit damage, and 1% health steal, so we are able to slowly but surely ramp up our damage modifiers. Wonderful. The enemy, when they are defeated, they all gain 50% max health and offense, stacking until the end of battle, and gain 50% turn meter, and recover 50% health. Whenever a Sith ally defeats an enemy, they're going to be gaining Dark Ascension, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. Damage received when they've got Dark Ascension, basically all the damage they take is reduced by 15%, and the damage they deal is increased by 30%. Now, I can see why this is going to be annoying. Essentially, every time we defeat one of these Sith allies, the whole team is going to get harder to hit. Well, they'll hit us harder, and they're going to get tankier all the time. And then they're going to revive every 10 turns. So it makes it more difficult. All right? Makes it more difficult. We need a method of making sure that we blow up the entire board in one go so that they can't all just revive or get them all to about dead. Now then, we need to gain buffs constantly. That's going to be super important. So I feel like Bad Batch is going to be the solution, but with C-Rex. Not C-Rex, OG Rex. I might be completely wrong on this, but let's find out. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to go Bad Batch, and I'm going to throw in the OG squad over here. OG squad, but we also need to make sure that we are clone troopers only. Clone troopers only, which of course means that we're not going to use Omega. She doesn't have an insta-kill. I quite like the idea of using... not ARC Trooper, of using Rex. I feel like this team has got more AoE potential. Sure, we've got the OG Echo with the grenade that could potentially do it, but I don't like the idea of using 5s. He was going to sacrifice, and then we are, not going to have him back, and then we'll be down a tank, and that feels like we're going to die. So I think the aim of the game is to try not to kill the enemy, which sounds weird, until we can blow them up in one big go. Alright, so let's see. Alright, so we are on Dathomir officially. Let's try and gain some buffs so that we can start ramping up nice and heavy. If we can stun them, that would be great, but Treya's going to be a pain and cleanse all that business. I am going to immediately give myself Tenacity up so that we don't get shocked, and then it's going to be a case of let's try and get those triple stacks of translation as soon as possible. Triple stacks of translation means we're gaining buffs, which is great, right? But 2, we're also going to decrease our cooldowns on all of our special abilities, which is going to make it easier for us to keep using specials. Now, we have to be careful that we do not defeat enemy units until we are ready to. Talon is going to prevent us from killing Palpatine in one go, which will be annoying. Because we will have to trigger her sacrifice first. That does mean we can focus on Palpatine first, though. We can trigger that early, and it won't count as a kill, so it doesn't matter if they won't be reviving, per se. Let's go back over to our boy Bad Batch Echo over here, and I'm going to just keep calling in Tech. The reason I'm calling in Tech, there's the sacrifice, by the way. I'm calling in Tech because Tech is, he's a wonderful fellow. but he's going to, when he basics, he's going to reduce cooldowns. So let's try and keep people nice and healthy right about now. This will heal up a little bit. Right now I want to make sure that we do not defeat any enemies. Do not defeat any enemies. Going to focus on Darth Treya. I feel like this AoE is going to blow the board and then they're going to revive in 2 turns, so I'm not going to use that. Just going to basic here. Wonderful. Scion being a pain, getting rid of all of our buffs. I also want to make sure that I do have Rexolate available. If I've got Rexolate available, then I know that I can take care of Treya. So we're going to try and time things out here so that we can defeat everybody with a nice big boomer. I'm certainly not going to do this AoE right now. That swipe would be... Oh gosh. I was not expecting that. Alright, let's send it. Just go. That's not nearly enough damage. Okay, I'm definitely not going to try and kill anybody now. So they've revived. They have, of course, gained a lot of max health. I probably needed this to give them heal immunity, right? Heal immunity probably would have been clutch there. And now Scion is definitely going to revive, which is a pain. Alright. So, I mean, I feel if I do this right now, it's going to defeat someone. Oh, it didn't. Okay, great. Well, is it great? I'm going to save the Rexolate. Oh, Palpatine killing your own units? That's sneaky, bro. That is very sneaky. Over here. Good. Not so sold on that true damage right about now. Still going to keep that Rexolate available. I definitely do not want to kill enemies when they're about to be revived. Okay, they have been revived. Now is the time. Now is the time of our discontent. Let's see if we can get a nice big hit out. Oh, we don't have it. It's off cooldown. Or it's on cooldown, rather. Cycle round. Really don't like that bonus protection on Treya. Really don't like that. Let's just basic her. Try and get rid of some of that bonus protection. That's more like it. Oh, this is perfect timing. Let's roll it out. Huge. We've got 8 turns. Oh no, we've got to kill him twice. I don't think we're going to do this. I think they're all going to revive. Because we'd have to kill him twice. Unfortunately, he did happen to have his his Held by Hatred immediately available right again. So that was incredibly inconvenient for us. We are going to have to defeat him once to get rid of that Held by Hatred. Again, I don't want to defeat everybody because they're all just going to gain so much more max health. Wonderful. Let's just make sure we got lots of translation going. Want to be able to deal with that Treya. Roll it out. Is this enough? Oh, if I got another turn with Rex. Pass it over to Rex. Yeet. Nailed it. Booyah. Hoo-yeah. All right, so that was interesting. Yeah, it's all about ramping that damage so that Echo Tech can do the AoE, defeat all the enemies he possibly can at once, and then you've got to come in with a Rexolate and maybe take out Scion again. It is definitely tricky, though. Definitely a tricky setup here. You will get all the critical hits. You will get the full Clone Trooper setup. And of course, I do have the episode pass. So that is definitely... Well, I don't know. That was a one and done for me, a one-timer, because your boy Scribble is well, I'm here, aren't I? Okay, so win with the 7-star CX2. Obviously, most people are not going to have a 7-star CX2. Just make sure you go in at the highest tier you can. So if you've got a 3-star, so you just did the marquee for CX2, take CX2 in with your strongest team at the lowest tier. The more stars you've got, the higher up you're allowed to go and get more episode points, essentially. I'm going to do it here at the tier 10 because I do have a 7-star CX2, and I think, you know, we're just gonna take in Lord Vader, and we'll take in Reva, and we'll take in Apo and CX2, and who else are we taking for funsies? Let's take in Vader so we can max out those dots. The great thing about this is Lord Vader does have methods of preventing revives. When he goes into that ultimate, he is going to prevent anybody from reviving when he's in the ultimate. So, I mean, I'm going to focus on Palpatine over here. Actually, we probably need... Actually, no, I think that Apo is going to have enough damage that he can blow the entire team out of the water if we have enough dots. So let's actually just put it on auto. I have faith that Apo, with his second special, that one there, is going to do some significant amounts of damage. So let's just see how we get on. Go on, Lord Vader. Do your thing, honey. Do your thing. The other way of doing this, of course, would actually be just go gas lead with Apo. CX2, not Apo. I apologize. And that will prevent all revives anyway, right out the rip. And that will turn this into a bit of a doddle. So I have... I forget. I think it does, doesn't it? I think Order 66 prevents revives. Oh, get wrecked. Told you Apo was going to kick some ass and take some names. Alright. Go, go, go. Try to defeat some units, please. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. There we go. We've come back. Yeah, so Order 66 does prevent revives, so that does make it quite a bit easier. Because, you know, between Apo and CX2, we have got quite a bit of Order 66 availability over here. That Treya is going to be a pain in the tuchus, though. Might just want to get rid of Darth Talon, just so she's actually 100% gone. And then we'll go from there. Wonderful. Wonderful. Come on, guys. Oh, she is still alive. I'm guessing we're out of ult at this point. That Treya is very, very tanky, isn't she? She is very tanky. Come on, Treya. Give it up, honey. Still waiting. Still waiting for us to get through all this. Now, we are about to ult with Lord Vader, which means when we kill Talon now, she will be permanently dead, and Treya will stop reviving, essentially. So, boop. And now we're just going to ramp infinitely, and Treya will ramp less so. Or she'll just die. That also works. Good stuff. All the CX2 ones. Okay, cool. So if you don't have a strong enough clone trooper team and you just want to try and win the battle and get 30 critical hits, I imagine the easiest way is to just take in a team that has got that ignores revives. So Gas is a really simple and straightforward team. Under Gas's leadership, there are 0 revives. You cannot revive at all. So this kind of gets rid of the Sith's biggest benefit, right? The fact that they're able to constantly ramp their max health and gain revives all the time is what really makes this difficult, and they're going to ramp their offense as well every time they start killing your units, and that's just really frustrating. So I would say focus on Palpatine first, just so that you can trigger the sacrifice from Talon. This team is also going to ramp offense every time they gain buffs as well, so, you know, Scion gaining Taunt and you know, Talon gaining, what is it? She gains Frenzy and Stealth and the offense over here. All of that is good stuff for us. We can also reduce their max health with Gas. Let's not forget, whenever he attacks a character that has no protection, he reduces their max health by 20%. So we have lots of methods here of keeping their health nice and low, you know? And doing our own good damage. Alright, so I'm going to just call in Gas all the time. Right, we're about to drop with Gas. Luckily, he will just get rid of that Isolate when he drops. So we want to try and get back around to this wonderful form up to cleanse off all of our debuffs and also get Gas to stand a little quicker. Now, being stunned right as Gas drops is probably the least ideal scenario. Let's bring the focus over to 5s, just because I don't want to actually trigger the sacrifice. I know that sounds a little bit peculiar. Alright, we're back up and standing. I'm still standing. Better than I ever was. Gonna get demonetized. Because Elton John, I guess. Alright, cool. So let's get rid of that pain so we can actually target someone other than Scion. There we go. Trigger the sacrifice over there on Talon. And there goes Palpatine. Alright, let's just get rid of Treya. Don't forget, they can't revive now, thanks to Gas's leadership. So we're not worried about them doing anything in particular. You know, I'm not worried about them coming back and ramping all their stats again. We know that they can't come back. So we want to, once again, try and get round to a form up when Gas sits. So I think we've got another turn over here. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and taunt with 5s. That was huge damage. Huge damage. Focusing on Talon because she is the scary one in terms of damage output right now. And that's it. That's kind of game, set, and match. You'll easily get all your critical hits here. This battle takes quite a while to go through, and there's quite a lot of good crit chance in this team as well. So you'll be fine for the crit chance, and it's pretty much a piece of cake, guys. Pretty much a piece of cake. Gas handles it very, very well, and you'll definitely get your 30 critical hits. Alright? Now, I hope that this video was useful to you. I hope you found it even vaguely entertaining. And if not, you can always laugh at the fact that my shaver today ran out of battery when I was shaving my head whilst I was in the shower, so I've half shaved my head. See you all in the next video. Peace out, and may the Force be with you.